Welcome to this short video about Mech Mage, and I'm going to play a couple of games. This is from my grind when I went from rank 4 to legend. We selected a couple of games where the Kodo was visible. A lot of people have this question, like, is Kodo good? Does it work? So the first game is versus Gabriel, who's a legendary player from NA. He's playing the warrior deck. I'm mulliganing here to just get a spider tank. I get Cogmaster, and I'm not really happy about missing a 2-drop, but you get what you get, and you have to do what you do. And versus the warrior, I don't know which warrior this is. This might be Control or Patron. Both warriors I think are similar in popularity. There is a mech for me, so I'm pretty happy about that. Armorsmith doesn't indicate which deck it is, so I just need to push with damage. Versus both warriors, you need to be as aggressive as possible, and if you don't have to trade, just don't trade. Bash tells me it's not Patron, so it will be a control warrior. I know I need to be hyper aggressive. With Armorsmith, he deals with my small mech, but I do have my Paladin Shredder. And again, versus Armorsmith, you have to think if it's good to kill it right now or is it good to kill it later. Armorsmith, I think, is a bit nasty, so it's better if you have a good possibility to kill the Armorsmith, you go for it. With the Blast Mage, I continue. I try to here protect my Blast Mage from Death Spite. You don't really have to keep the spare parts. There's no Antonidas in the deck, so you can use them whenever necessary. Versus Sludge Belcher, it's still a good trade for me. I'm able to deal with it. Just getting rid of the Cogmaster. At this point, you have to also think about the brawl. I'm just slamming Kodo on curve because that's the strongest play, and Warrior still has a lot of other priority targets. And right now, well, that was an amazing thing because I can easily get my next Kodo. So I'm getting a free 3/5 here and using Frostbolt to stop the weapons, just pushing the warrior and putting him in a situation where he can't really deal with anything. He can't play Death Spite to kill the Kodo. He needs a second execute or something else. He uses the brawl, and I can be lucky here, and I could actually get my free for Kodo. I didn't. I got this Paladin Shredder, but still, that's enough to finish the game. So I went versus that warrior. Well played. Another game is versus Warlock, Microwaves. Warlock is not that popular anymore. Sometimes you play, I think all the versions are still playable, but not that many people played in ladder. I think it will come back. I think Zoo is still okay. Handlock is obviously really strong. Demon Handlock is, I think, the best deck right now with regards to Warlock, Archetypes, and Malagas. I have a very fast start with the Cogmasters. Not seeing the 1-drop, I'm assuming this might actually be a Handlock or like Control Warlock. In fact, it is. There is the Ancient Watcher, so I just continue being really aggressive, pushing damage. You have to think about the Molten Giants, but sometimes you just need to advance as much as you can. With the Harvest Golem, I'm able to... this is a hard decision. I could have also killed the Ancient Watcher, but I figured he is probably going to kill it, and I hope he doesn't have the way to remove the Harvest Golem. Unfortunately for me, he had it, so he gets a free kills almost on both of the Cogmasters, and now I can't actually play the Blast Mage. I was really hoping to play the Blast Mage to clear that board. I wasn't able to. With the Flame Juggler, though, I'm able to stabilize with something, and he'll need to trade into it. The good thing for me is that he's spending tons of cards, which makes this Twilight Drake not that big, not that massive. Again, a 2/1 is a mech, and sometimes you just need to keep it in your hands to activate the Blast Mage on turn 5. Blast Mage is also a very good turn 5 play. So Torison, just hitting 3 cards, I don't really care about it, and now I need to take a decision what to play. Kodo Rider is actually a free 5, so it would die to Torison. Playing it here wouldn't be that good, so I'm keeping it for turn 8. And versus Torison, I don't really need to clear it. I think I just need to take the risk. There are no Molten Giants, and that I can win without it. In fact, there are no Molten Giants, so I got lucky here. I get some good trades, and with the Kodo, that would be an amazing turn if I could play the Kodo and ping to get it, but I can't, so I'm keeping my Kodo to get value. And Handlock is running out of cards, only 3 cards, a 2/3 minion, 9 life. There is a Ragnaros the Firelord from the Warlock that hits my minion, but I do have my Kodo Rider. So my trusty Kodo Rider, ping face, trying to accumulate the spells, and that's really good because I buy time and I need time to actually finish the game. I even screenshot because this board is so funny. That I just need to see it. So Kodos are tanking damage, but I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm 2 damage off lethal here. I'm actually 6, 8. I think I was 1 damage off even, but because of that, I just need to get with the Kodos again and try to grab even more burst. Next turn, I will have lethal if there's no heal or anything else, and there's 2 giants. That means that's it. Doesn't even matter. The Kodo is still there. Kodo is still there. So with that, I'm able to just finish him with the spells. I bought enough time, and the Kodos provided enough bodies to just stop the game. All right, the last game will be Paladin, and I get a very good opening, very aggressive opening. Flame Strike is something I mulligan away for sure. Then Flame Juggler, Cogmaster, Clockwork Gnome is really nice, especially with the coin as well. So I'm able to start with Cogmaster into Clockwork Gnome. Doesn't even matter what he plays. I will be able to finish it off. I do have my ping. Ping also, which means that Fire Blast, the hero power from Mage, helps you to contain the early game. And you can ping stuff off. Sometimes it's even better than just playing your own stuff. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm just using my ping instead of just slamming Juggler and having a random hit. And also think about it, like with Juggler, don't get too greedy. As you can see, you can use the ping versus Paladin. Just kill the minions before he gets a chance to get Avenge, Noble Sacrifice. There was Noble Sacrifice and Avenge. Probably. I always assumed it might be Noble Sacrifice and Avenge, so just getting rid of the minion is really good. And now with Spider Tank, I get a chance to have a very good kill on that Piloted Shredder. He gets a light well, which is not great. It's great for me, but well, apparently this guy is actually playing the more mid-range version. Like, you never know versus the Secret Paladins. And there is a Sludge Belcher. Sometimes some people play Sludge, but they even play Tyrion sometimes. So I'm protecting my mech to have a chance to play Goblin Blast Mage. And again, I can just use Stealth because there is no Antonidas in the deck. So it's easy to use the spare part. You just can't use the spare part to your best. There's only 2 spare part givers. And he's going to have a couple of minions. That's why the fact that I have the second Blast Mage is so important. So I'm going with the Blast Mage first. I want to see what I hit and if there's an Avenge, where the Avenge procs. And now Avenge actually procced on the Belcher. That's good news for me. I will be able to deal with that easily. Also kill the 1/2. And suddenly Paladin has only 2 cards in hand and 2 small minions that don't do much. And I have the 3/3 and a 5/4. So he has a Consecration. It's good for him. He will be able to clear this board then. And play some other cards. Master for Battle, and I used all my Blast Mages, but there's Flame Strike somewhere in the deck, and that will be an amazing Flame Strike moment, but Dr. Boom is good as well, and that's a turn 7, where on turn 8 I might be able to play Kodo Rider. I still have my Juggler. I have never played it. There was just no opportunity to play it, and a card is still good. It can deal damage. Alright, so a couple of trades. There is a Kodo Rider, and I can clear Boom. That's a good moment. Kodo Rider versus Paladin is just amazing. Kill a minion, get the 3/5s, and I am still pretty much healthy at 19. He has only 2 cards in hand, secrets. So this is what mostly happens versus aggro decks. We just trade. We run out of cards, and then slam Kodo, bam. And, well, you know, he can remove this one, but I have another one coming, and the 3/3 stayed on board. So another Kodo hits the board. There is a Repentance. Doesn't really matter that much. I'm thinking for a moment because maybe protecting the Kodo will be beneficial. Just slamming Anoyotron, and he will not be able to kill it. He will not be able to kill the Kodo if he doesn't draw something great. But on the other hand, I can just always get a second 3/5, and I have initiative. He is drawing from the top, so something like Tyrion will be devastating maybe. But if he doesn't get a Tyrion, I have enough of cards to actually win the game here. Just following with the Mech Warper, some other mechs, just overextending the board. I'm thinking about clearing. There is an Anoyotron. I can deal with that as well. So right now we are in a situation where I've seen Consecration before. I can just go all in. And he doesn't really have anything. He needs to top deck something like Tyrion. But even if he top decks Tyrion, I can ping and fireball Tyrion. And then I'll have the minions and he only has a weapon. So Knife Juggler is not really exciting here. I just continue dealing damage. I'm not even thinking about lethal here. Maybe there was a possibility for lethal. Was it like 6, 12 plus 5 would be 17? Well, not yet, but just setting up a lethal for next turn, clearing the board, and just taking care of everything so that there is no way he can come back. And that's it. The Enclase gives the game. I win with the Mech Mage. Alright, so that will be it. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next episode.
This video is brought to you by G2A.com.